watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 16th meeting for the LaPorte County Board of Commissioners. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Welcome everyone to the LaPorte County Board of Commissioners meeting Wednesday, July 16th, 2025 at 6 p.m. If everyone would please stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Connie Grammarosa, President.
Present.
Steve Hollifield, Vice President.
Present.
Joe Haney, Member.
Present.
You have a quorum. Everyone is present.
Consider agenda.
I would like to add a couple things to the agenda, basically just for discussion. Under 11A, public records request discussion, we're passing an ordinance for commercializing them, but I think we need to come up with some kind of protocol for all record requests for all departments so that there's one system to be done by everybody to get it handled one way. And then 11B, Johnson Township Board appointments, the Township Board, they've been going now for 7 months without a person, the third person. They have someone who will take over for the person that resigned. I think we need to discuss that this evening also.
Second that.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Consider approval of the June 1st, 2025 minutes.
I move to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Consideration of claims.
Payroll ending 6/27/2025, $1,509,732.67.
A motion to approve payroll as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Operating expense claims, $2,042,128.39.
Make a motion to accept the claims as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Moving on, public comment. We are now open for public comment.
Forgive my slowness.
If it's easier, we could move that microphone a little bit there so you don't have to stand up.
Yeah. Would it be easier if you just held it?
I made it up.
Okay. That's half the battle.
Commissioners, I appreciate so much the opportunity to come and speak with you tonight. My name is Lee Morris. I live at 424 Upper Lakeshore Drive here in LaPorte, Indiana. Over the past couple of years, I've been doing a lot of research into the history of the LaPorte County Courthouse. It's an amazing structure, as you all know. I was able to find great detail on many aspects of the building, the materials used, how they were gotten here. I've got back with Diane Gonzalez's help, even the order for the original clock mechanisms that were installed in the building, a copy of that. The one thing I was not able to do was find any meaningful information about the 83 stained glass windows that are in that building. We knew that they were a remarkable collection of windows. They're unique in so many ways. I was hoping to find out who designed them, who fabricated them, what they might have cost, why we have so many beautiful stained glass windows in the building. I found a little bit of information, but nothing about the windows themselves. With the help of Gary Ashby, who's with me tonight, a member of the historic LaPorte, and Jack Allen, who's a local stained glass artisan, they joined with me in this effort to try to learn more about the windows. And with their help, we learned that the William Lupke design firm in Fort Wayne specialized in the identification and preservation of such windows. And a principal from that firm came over to the courthouse and examined many of our windows. He verified that they are an extremely valuable and remarkable collection. But he also noted that there was quite a few areas where there was a lot of deterioration. There were cracks in the windows, gaps in the glass, frames rotted, and that many of them needed maintenance rather badly. As nearly as we could find, the last major maintenance that was done was on the large stained glass window in the courtroom in 1986. So he came over, took pictures of them, came back to us and said, he recommended that we do a full photographic inventory of the pictures, an identification of their current condition, and the priority for maintenance work that may need to be done to get all the windows up in good condition again. We also then learned through Gary's work about another firm from Chicago that specialized in this field as well. And a principal from that firm came down, did about the same thing that the person from Fort Wayne had done, and came to the same conclusion. They recommended that we do that photographic inventory and the evaluation and the prioritization so that we know what condition the windows are in and where we might need to concentrate efforts initially. He recommended that we set up a 10-year plan so that over the 10 years, we would gradually get all the windows up into good condition and do it in a priority order. The cost of a study like that at that particular time was estimated to be somewhere between $3,000 and $15,000, depending on how detailed we wanted it to be. Generally speaking, toward the lower end of that spectrum. But we hope that you might consider authorizing the solicitation of proposals from these firms, and if there are others, that could partner with us in considering how best to preserve and protect this remarkable and valuable stained glass window collection in the courthouse. We'll deeply appreciate your appreciation of that possibility. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else for public comment?
You want to speak, Eddie? You want to speak? Oh, I don't think so. Fantastic.
Hello. Thank you for letting me speak tonight. My name is Ryan Flaherty. I live at 745 East Point Road Extension, New Carlisle, Indiana 46552. I am here on behalf of 7697 East Lakeside Drive, which is also in Hudson Lake. Currently, there is a blockage on the end of East Lake Park Avenue. I presented documentation to the commissioners of pictures of said blockage. I request for the blockage to be removed from the end of the county road. Additionally, there's been many instances of parking on that county road. I am also proposing that no parking signs be placed all along East Lake Park Avenue to prevent further infringement and blockage of the right-of-way to get to 7697 East Lakeside Drive and also the 3 properties adjacent to that property, which the landowner south of the extension of East Lake Park Avenue has repeatedly parked on the road and prevented navigation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Coming up, George.
Welcome back, George.
Are you sure? George Callis, 708 Toronado Drive, LaPorte. Thank you, commissioners. Thank you, Diane, for the day of walking around, listening to all the comments. As you guys hear all the comments of these people here, it was a very eye-awakening.
Eye-opener.
I mean, I learned a lot. I learned good, I learned bad, I learned the middle. Okay, I said it. I did learn that at one time I thought we had 650 employees. Somebody corrected me and we went to 700. And that day I learned we went to 800. But did we get the right employees or did we just... You're getting ready to answer me. Go ahead.
No.
From what I've been told, there's 650 full-time and the rest are part-times.
So we need 150 part-time employees? Okay, that's fine. I don't know. That's good.
That list includes board appointments who get paid,
Yes.
elected officials, things like that as well.
Okay.
So that actually eats up probably
They're still employees, right? Whether they get elected officials or not, they're still.
to a point. Like plan commission members, for example, are included in that since they get paid, and there's 9 of those. But it's a minuscule, well, $90 a meeting, so it's not.
Okay, well, anyway, Mr. Hollyfield says, instead of hiring more, we need to lower everything. And so that's what I got. This next thing is, our hours are 8 hours, right? I mean, I'm going to really piss some people off now. But if you're here 8 hours, and you have an hour lunch, now we're down to 7, you take 2 15-minute breaks, now that's another half hour. You take 15 minutes to get started because you got to go get your cup of coffee, you got to get your donut, and you're going to start cleaning up 15 minutes later. You only got 6 hours of work time. 6 hours times 5 is 30 hours of work time, and we're getting paid for 40. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me, except everybody's part-time now. At 32, you have to pay insurance. Below 32, you don't have to pay insurance. Is that correct? Never mind. Don't answer. So that's how I'm thinking. We're getting paid for 40. You're working 30. Don't be asking for raises. Everybody wants a raise. I understand that. Perks are necessary. Okay, I get that. I'll shut up. Okay, EMS building's on hold because the council will not fund it. I understand. 20 years, the sheriff is still leaking, and we haven't fixed it yet, but Mr. Rosenbaum informed me that we've already spent $2 million and it still didn't get fixed right, but okay, I think that needs to be addressed. And why does the county still own that Westville Oil Company? Why do we own that property? How did that happen?
You want to buy it?
No, I don't want to buy it. No, but how did the county end up with it when it was done by somebody else?
It was a tax sale, I believe.
What?
A tax sale, I believe. That's the Empire.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Empire Oil Company.
All right. Okay. I was just curious. Income. I hate plastic bottles. I know that just came up today too. So maybe a voluntary tax on plastic in the county, especially water bottles. Is that a water bottle?
It most certainly is.
Is that a water bottle?
Yes.
No? There's the smart way to go. Throw away the water. Pop bottles, pickle bottles, ketchup, that don't bother me. Water bottles, what a pain in the ass. You go to the fountain and just fill up a bottle. Fill up your cup. Okay? That's enough. Postage machine, it sounds like we got a problem with that. Whether it's good, bad, I think maybe somebody needs to sit down and work on that problem, okay? I said enough on that. I thought we might get an update by facilities, but I don't see facilities here today, so no update. The bathroom's downstairs.
This is public comment, so we actually.
I know you don't want me, no questions or answers.
Right.
Okay.
If we do it for you, we've got to do it for everybody.
I understood. Okay, my public comment then is for this. We don't have nothing going on. Angie hires Hollyfield, hires Jimmy, what the hell's his name?
Cricket.
No, Jiminy Cricket, that'll work. The house builder. They go downstairs, they take measurements and everything. Tomorrow, next day, Angie buys 10 sheets of plasterboard, 10 sheets of boards, anything. Open it up. If it isn't ready and operable by Monday morning, HR closes the building. It's been down for 3 months, 4 months. Close the damn building down until somebody can come up with a reason. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be usable, workable, right? Put some planking up there. Put a toilet. Put the walls up for the toilet. It doesn't have to be pretty, just usable. Okay? Did I take up enough time? Did I go past my 3 minutes? Okay? I said what I had to say. Goodbye. You shake it. I'll leave by 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, George.
Anyone else for public comment? Hearing none, we're going to close public comment and we're going to go to department head comments. Do we have any department heads? Seeing only one in the audience.
I mean, he's not rushing up there.
We'll close.
Madam President, I wouldn't mind briefly touching on the courthouse windows here real quick. I think we should look into putting out a solicitation for, we obviously already have 2 here, put out a solicitation, see if we can get any more, anything else in to try and move forward on doing something with the windows in the courthouse. Those are beautiful stained glass windows, and get up to a couple of them and look at them very closely. I don't know what the technical word is. It's not like mortar, but it's the almost solder, if you will, of like what's holding. Yeah, the lead stuff that's holding it together is really, in some spots, is looking really
I'm not trying to be
fragile. I think is probably the best way to put it. So I think if it pleases the board, I'd be happy to make a motion to solicit for, to go out and solicit for the 2, so that we can accept the 2 that we have, as well as see if there's any other companies that might be interested in helping us figure out what the right path forward on those windows would be.
While I understand the basis of that,
Hold on a second. He's
We have a
making
motion. Do we have a second?
Second for discussion.
I'll second for discussion.
Thank you.
Well, I understand the concept of it, but as we're going through budget hearings, if we are to spend anywhere between $3,000 and $15,000 to come with a plan, is there any guarantee that that money is going to be just spent and the council say no? So I mean, I think this is something that needs to be done after the budget hearings, and maybe talk to the council members to see if we're even going to be able to get funding for this. I understand where you're coming from, Mr. Morris and your group. I mean, there's getting to be fewer and fewer stained glass windows in the world, but again, in this day and age, it's all boils down to dollars and cents, and we have some major issues with a lot of our buildings. And I would hate to spend this money, and then all of a sudden the council says, no, we're not going to do that, and the money's gone. That's my concern.
And since we are having an open discussion on it, and, I know we don't see your group here a lot, and I appreciate the fact that you've come out here. But currently, as one of our constituents has said, we have the men's room and the women's room of the Hyler building on the first floor that are shut down. I'll give a quick update for you, and that is that we have just been told that the prints, we're going to have to get a engineer out here and engineer the bathrooms, and then those prints are going to have to go downstate and be approved downstate, because now that we've had this situation where the bathroom was taken apart, we have to have it put back together, handicap accessible. And so, though we had a handicap stall, it wasn't a 5x5. And so we're going to have to rearrange all the plumbing. And so when you start looking at us working on stained glass, or looking at where we put a protective glass on the outside to protect that, versus us having probably 50 plus employees and all the constituents that go through that building, and we're down to one bathroom, it's very difficult to spend that money on something that we've already protected from the outside. We need to get our bathrooms up and running. And so that's a large cost. And then we also still have the large cost of 2 showers that are leaking in the jail. And that is going out to an engineering firm. And we still haven't had any responses for that. We currently have someone who can fix both bathrooms for $40,000. But there's concerns that they want it to go out and we have to get it engineered. So when we look at some of the things that we're trying to get fixed that are necessities, not to say that if we lose a piece of stained glass, it would be devastating for us and for our town, maybe there's a way that the Historical Society can raise money and have that done. If it's a big concern with a lot of the constituents, I know that they've done that in the past. I know that we were kind enough to let the Historical Society use it for the Christmas walk. And though the Historical Society raised money for the Historical Society, none of that money came back to the use of the courthouse. So, maybe it would be a good partnership that you could do another walk and then maybe put some of the proceeds towards having that looked at. So it's just some options. I'm not saying that this is the end-all solution, but it's just when we're looking at creatively figuring out how we can get these things done, it may be a good solution. So is there any more discussion? So we have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those that oppose?
Nay.
Nay. Moving on. Do we have any other department heads? Hearing none, we'll close that. We had no requests, and we're going to go on to old business. First thing we're going to do is consider public hearing for ordinance approving MS4 stormwater development review fee schedule.
Madam President, at this time, if you would open up the public hearing with your gavel.
Public hearing is open. Do we have anyone from the audience that would like to come and speak for public hearing? Hearing and seeing no one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to close that public hearing. Consider second reading of ordinance approving MS4 stormwater development review fee schedule. And we'll do that by title only.
Well, we would need a
I
motion.
make a motion, we read by title only.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Would you like to read that by title?
Sure. This is LaPorte County Board of Commissioners ordinance number 2025-2, an ordinance approving MS4 stormwater development review fee schedule.
So this is a second reading, correct? So now we approve it. I make a motion that we accept this and approve it.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Moving on, consider second reading of ordinance regulating disclosure use of public records for commercial purposes.
Make a motion to read by title only.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This is an ordinance number 2025-3, an ordinance of the County of LaPorte, Indiana, regulating the disclosure and use of public records for commercial purposes and protecting certain lists from disclosure under the Indiana Access to Public Records Act, IC 5-14-3.
I make a motion that we accept this ordinance.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in, any discussion?
I'd just like to reiterate for the public that this is in regards to commercial requests, not for the average citizen making a request here in LaPorte County.
So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Consider LaPorte County Public Library appointment replacing a resignation. So we did receive 4 names. Do we have any nominations?
I nominate Jamie Novak.
Nominate Katama Logwood.
So we have 2 nominations. We'll close nominations. Do you want to read off
Roll call?
roll call?
Yeah. Could you spell the last name for Tom?
Logwood.
Thank you very much. I wanted to make sure I got it.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys, you just tell me your preference. So, Connie Graham Rose.
Jamie Novak.
Jamie Novak.
Katama Logwood.
We have 2 to 1. Jamie Novak.
Moving on to new business. Number 1, public records request.
I'd just like to have this for discussion. I'm in the impression that there is a protocol for anyone any department that receives a request. And the way I understood it, where it used to be handled, it came to the commissioners, to our county attorney, and he reviewed it and decided whether it was acceptable and needed to be displaced, and then it went back out to the appropriate department. Is that correct?
So I've never seen the protocol. I can tell you that some departments I never see any information for me to review an APRA request. I can tell you that probably the the department that gets the most APRA requests is E911. And so just because of the nature of accidents and calls. And so the way that they do it is they pull the documentation, the CAD and the audio, and then the lawyer reviews the CAD and writings and audio to make sure that it's disclosed.
Which lawyer?
Myself,
Okay.
for
attorney.
E911.
Okay.
I can't talk to the health department because they have their own lawyer, or the assessor's office because they have Brad Adamski. Occasionally, I receive specific requests from people to take a look at information, but most of that I see is for commercial purposes because people don't know what to do with that. So I don't know that if there's been a protocol or policy, I have not seen anything regarding that. So,
Can I speak to what I remember?
absolutely, I can just tell you, yeah.
So typically what used to happen was these requests would come through the commissioner's office. Our assistant would log them. So we do have old log sheets where we would log in what the request was. That would go directly to the attorney. The attorney would contact the person that was asking for the request and then contact the department that it was being requested from. And then the commissioners really never saw anything. It was between the assistant logging it, sending it to the attorney taking care of the request, and then sending it out. And so then obviously the attorney would keep a log of when, so that it was being sent out in a timely fashion.
Right.
So that's the way it used to be.
That seems like a very valid method of doing it. So if you want to put together something in place following that protocol, we can go ahead and put something together for your review along those lines.
I feel that would be a good start because in today's litigious society, everybody wants to sue everybody, and without a review of a lawyer, there might be some information that gets out there that was not for public to see in case of a lawsuit or a trial by jury or a civil criminal course case. So I just think it's best that we have a lawyer review all of them before they go out. So
Okay,
I'd like to see
I'll
we
put together something for your review, and then you can take a look at it, and we can make any edits or suggestions.
Okay.
So just so you know that if somebody brings something in, you have to respond that you accept that you received it very timely. So the people who are going to send it over have to, provide timely notice to either Diane or myself, because otherwise, we can, get in trouble.
Yes. Well, I have full faith in Diane to get it in a time.
Well, I'm not worried about that, but if it comes into another department,
Oh, I see.
you can't sit with that department
Okay.
for 3, 4, 5, 6 days before it gets transmitted.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll put something together.
Yes, please.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, moving on. B, Johnson Board appointment.
This started probably back, I believe, in January, early February. Johnson Township Board had a person that was appointed last time because no one ran for the seat in that office. So that person then resigned. They have a member that would like to take that place. It's Gregory Williams. He wants to be appointed. Jerome Kipper was the one that resigned. And unfortunately, this just goes to show that township government is another one of them things that, in my opinion, can be just taken out and eliminated because you don't have enough people interested in it. And we have a person here now that wants to be on that seat. I spoke yesterday with the township board members and the trustee on a speakerphone. They'd like to have this person appointed for business because right now sometimes they don't get business done, and I think the people need that. So I'd like to see if we can make a motion to appoint Gregory J. Williams to that township board open seat.
So I think, and I can't, that there's a difference of opinion between folks because of the way the statute is written. And because the person before that was appointed by the commission, and the statute says that if somebody ran before and nobody runs for that seat, then it has to be appointed by whatever side.
County
whether it was-
chairs, yeah,
chairs.
Republican or Democrat.
Now,
But this is a different case.
this trustee has reached out to the clerk and both chairs, and he's basically not getting enough response back, and he'd like to have someone.
So what
they
I
can
would
ask us.
what I'd like to recommend at this point in time, if you would give me the authority to speak with the county clerk,
Okay.
and then each of the chairs of the parties, and see their positions, and then we can kick this over to the next meeting, and I can report back.
Okay.
Because I don't want us to take an action that's going to end up causing a problem.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we request that you look into this through the party chairs and the clerk and come up with a decision by next council or commissioners
Does
meeting.
that work for y'all?
Second.
Okay.
Okay, and
Vote.
before we adjourn,
You have to vote on that.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and before we adjourn, the Lake Parkway with the blockade, would you just like to give us a little information about that? Because in all fairness, he did come out here. I know you had been
Yeah, so I
working on that. If you could just brief us.
Sure. Last week, I received information from an attorney who's representing one of the parties, and he sent the information over to me. I took a look through the information. I reached out to the highway department and asked somebody to go out and take a look, and I have a call scheduled with them tomorrow. So it is on my desk. I am taking a look at it, and we're not casting it aside. We're just going to find out what needs to be done. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
You have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.